Right now, YouTube TV and ESPN are in a little cat fight, Tom. Little pissing contest. A little let's see who's got the bigger you know what down you know where.
Yep. So ESPN is currently, because they couldn't reach a deal, is off of YouTube TV right now. So,
and since we're on YouTube, fuck you, ESPN. YouTube is great, and you are wrong. So shut up. Shut up, ESPN.
Well, here's the problem, and here's what makes it a bit dicey too, is because ESPN, of course, and I know this because of also like the wrestling world, they launched their own app, right? They're like launching their own service that they want people to pay like $30 a month for. And that's why I haven't seen a whole lot of WWE PLEs lately, because I ain't paying that. And so you have ESPN and Disney who wants to make their own money, right? And so they're probably going to YouTube and being like, hey, we want you to pay us a fortune because you're taking away from our subscribers to our specific app. And then you have YouTube TV that's, you know, trying to get it for the best price possible. And yeah, this is so much fun. It's so great because at the end of the day, who suffers? The consumer.
Yeah, it's odd because next year the deal between ESPN and the NFL Network goes into effect. And since that deal's not done yet, I believe NFL Network's still on YouTube TV right now, but that would be another thing I think in theory ESPN could pull in a situation like this.
Yeah, I don't know when it like gets under their full umbrella. I don't know, because like every single so ABC's pulled because it's all Disney stuff. So ABC is pulled, ESPN is pulled. Yep.
Yeah, and that means if they don't work this out by Monday night, people who have YouTube TV will not be able to see Monday Night Football unless they're able to access it through their local station on ABC, which through my antenna is the only local station I do not get. So I am prepared to not be able to watch Monday Night Football. I don't even know who's playing. Thank God Thursday Night Football is on Amazon Prime.
It's just ridiculous, man. Like, and unfortunately, you know, we're also at a point where the NFL are very gung-ho about streaming because they're getting paid like $100 million for a random one-off game from all these different streaming services that are like, hey, you know, like, yeah, we'll pay you this so we can host a playoff game on Peacock, or Amazon can get a playoff game, or YouTube can get a free game. And the accessibility for fans is the thing that's going to suffer. And the ironic part is that years and years ago, it was nearly impossible to watch the NFL like overseas in Europe. And like, because you had to go through a litany of things, there was no services that were available. Now it's kind of like one-stop shopping. And here in the States, you have to go through every single streaming service to watch a freaking game. Because now they're on Netflix, now it's on Peacock, now it's on Amazon, now, you know what I mean? And it's just garbage.
Yeah. Friend of the show, Sam, he's correct here. And this is what I think people are really tired of, right? ESPN using all of its talent to post the same PR propaganda and drive people to support their side of this is fucking obnoxious too.
Yep.
And that's what, like, whether it's YouTube TV or ESPN, like, stop asking us to fucking help you guys. Like, don't ask us for your help because you guys can't agree on, you know, whose $1 billion needs to go in which fucking pocket at this point, right? Like, we don't really care.
Yeah.
We don't care. Just
there you go, bro.
YouTube TV just raised prices.
Yes.
And
you know what's going to happen?
Has their own thing, which if you have the cable, it'll be available through that. But if you want it separately, you got to pay for that. And that's what they want. ESPN wants more people to sign up for it, like you were just saying, right?
Yeah, and apparently WWE ain't moving their numbers, so I'm not terribly surprised. Because who's gonna pay for it, dude? Like the streaming garbage that again we've found our way right back around, and now we're going back to cable. But it's just ridiculous that we have to go through this almost every single time. And at the end of the day, even if they wind up making an agreement, you know those prices are just gonna go up again.
Yeah,
and it's just.
And I think Denver sports fans are all too sick of this, as we had to endure a 3-year stalemate between Comcast and Altitude Sports, where we could not, if you had Comcast or Xfinity, whatever, here in Denver, Avalanche in their championship run, Nuggets in their championship run, you could not watch their games on Altitude, which broadcasts most of their games through the course of a season because of it's 3 years. Now, I don't think this will last 3 years. These companies, They're too big. They'll work something out, I think, more quickly than not, optimistically. But like, it's not going to get better either, right? Like, there's no
it's never
part of
gonna
this
get
where you
better.
go, you know what? If they just figure out this one thing, we're all going to be okay. They're
Nope.
going to get a deal, and one of those two things is going to raise a price. It's
Yep.
either going to be YouTube or it's
Yep.
going to be ESPN. And if
And then we're gonna do this
I've got a
again.
hunch it's going to be both, Tom. I've got a hunch it's going to be
Probably.
both.
This is what happens when nothing's regulated and we have a grand old time. No, but it's like you said, man, and this is the problem too, is that the accessibility is at an all-time low for fans, but this is why people pirate the crap out of stuff. Like, and you know what? Sale of seven seas, man. Like, I don't know what to tell you.
Those two pirates in jail this year. They shut them down, Tom. The two most prolific pirates are gone. Is it just me, or do you find it hilarious that Lamar Jackson always looks like he's dressed for a game in Arrowhead in mid-January?
He's ready, though. He's like, you never know with this weather.
It's like it every week, but, you know, the beanie on top of the whatever this warming thing is over his head. I was just like, you're playing in Miami, Lamar. Mm-hmm. Everybody else is sweating and in t-shirts. Maybe he runs really cold. What a costume.
What a costume.
This man speaks my language.
Absolutely.
This guy, Tyleek Williams, come on. Mm-hmm. Key to my heart. It's been opened.
Well, Monica, that's the other thing the NFL is very focused on besides streaming. It's the international markets because they can make even more money. So that's why you're going to see a whole bunch of games being played.
Yeah, the NFL's got to be like the guy who's like, yo, ESPN, YouTube, I have mega deals with both of you guys. So we cannot afford to have one of our biggest platforms not broadcast our Monday night game. Can't do that, guys.
You know what's also crazy too is because YouTube just paid the NFL billions upon billions of dollars for NFL Sunday Ticket, right? And of course, ESPN is not included in that, right? So this also is just, if you are an American football fan, right? You're just living in the States, or you're living, because I think it's different for Canada, if I'm not mistaken. So I shouldn't say that. So I think it's different for Canada, right? But the fact that you can go and see these games, but there's some that are going to be blacked out depending on your area, right? So there's some that you're not going to have access to.
Another dumb rule.
Right. And then on top of that, there's primetime games you're not going to get. And now you can't get any of the Monday night football games. You're going to have to go somewhere else for Thursday night football.
You got to go to a bar. You got to drink. The NFL wants you to drink. Got to get that Bud Light or that Coors Light, whoever's sponsoring the NFL these days.
But again, it's just both companies are wanting an insane amount of money. And at the end of the day, the person who's going to pay the bill is just regular fans who are trying to watch their teams.
Yeah.
That's it, Bonesaw.
And that's like ESPN is the one. And I think both sides are probably at fault, obviously, but ESPN's the one who's telling YouTube TV, you have to pay us this much for our thing. Mm-hmm. And YouTube TV is like, that seems too much. We want to do, it's like a negotiation, obviously, but like it's ESPN trying to set the term for whatever they think their price is. And again, I don't even know, do you think the NFL cares?
No.
Because they're already getting paid by YouTube TV and ESPN.
And
right?
ESPN. Yeah, because you're just licensing their games. That's all you're doing is you're paying for that, right? So even if we take any one of the games, right? Take the Peacock game that they've done. They're getting paid, I think it was $100 million when it happened. They don't give a flying crap, man. They just got paid $100 million for one game. You know, like you look at the quality of Thursday night football over the last few years, that should tell you, right? They don't give a crap. And it doesn't matter if you're paying billions of dollars. So as long as they can continue to piecemeal out their games, you know, and they're going to be happy. Because, dude, who knows? I pray that this does not last until January. We're going to start missing playoff games because ESPN has to host that wild card game, you know, at the end of the first round. I don't think the NFL is worried about how it affects them financially, but I do think the NFL is worried about how it looks if their game is not available. A primetime game, right? Monday night, that's a big deal for the NFL. That's a big deal.
It's not like a Sunday morning slate for people in the Carolinas aren't getting to watch the Panthers. This is a primetime game, and I think the NFL,
and it's the Cowboys too. But I mean, you know, they're not great this year.
Jerry Jones is losing his mind.
Jerry Jones he's gonna go. knock some heads.
He's like, I'll trade you Micah Parsons. You just put the game on. I'll give you Dak Prescott. Come on. Jerry's got to be in prime time. Jerry's got to be in prime time. Oh, no. I'll close up all the glory holes, Tom. Just put my game on TV.